This is the coolest non-special line you're going to see all day long. Watch, I'm going to break it down for you. Levi Kitchen, 90-degree corner hauls, but wheelies over the acceleration checkup jump to slow riders down before the step up. That is 90 degrees for the landing, which is scary. These things, these tabletops, they don't look cool, but they are actually incredibly scary. There was one at the Red Bull Straight Rhythm that was a couple years ago that was terrifying, but I digress. Watch Levi Kitchen as he comes around this corner. He's weighting the outside peg, and he's going to slide his weight to the back of the seat so that he can accelerate and wheelie and get over that little lip and then soak it up. These are some of the things that made Levi Kitchen almost unstoppable for the 250 championship. Unfortunately, he ran into one of his teammates at the East-West, and it all blew up for him. No pun intended. Congratulations to RJ. However, this is just a simple freaking cool corner. 90-degree corner, wheelie over, boom. Moving on, let's have a little bit of a comparison between Deegan, Cooper, and Jett. Deegan was really one of the only 250 riders at the Supercross finale that was doing a 180-degree corner to a seat bounce, step on, and step off, because it's hard for those 250s to have the power and the torque, especially when you're somewhat at altitude there in Salt Lake City. But watch how he comes around. He actually dabs his foot just a little bit, but seat bounces, lands on top, and hauls freaking butt. WFO, squats down, preloads with his legs, little bounce there. Do you see his knees? Extends and gets over it. Here, real time. Bounce, off. Only 250 rider doing it consistently. Watch Cooper Webb. He's coming around, going to do the same thing. Seat bounce, bounce off. That 450 star Yamaha has much more power. It's quite a bit heavier as well, but he makes it look easier. Lands. No need to preload. Just simple, just acceleration off. Compared to Deegan having to land and preload off. If we watch Jett was struggling, and we all know potentially why he was struggling. Well, because he had Anderson all over his ass, and two, he was trying to get a $1 million bonus from Supercross and a couple $1 million bonus from Honda, so he didn't want to screw things up, which is fair. But watch him as he comes around here. Seat bounce to grab the rear brake to keep that motorcycle from continuing to almost wheelie over backwards. He barely makes it on top. He actually cases the sucker, but that suspension, unlike Ken Roxon's, that shock absorbed it. That was probably too early of a joke, but he's able to jump off of it. You know, motocross is just around the corner. That means long motos, hot and humid, and the body has an ideal sweat rate that is personalized per individual that helps with stability and muscle endurance. And Coach Rob has a new sweat rate analysis that puts your sports drink. It implements the sweat analysis to give you a proper intensity and duration when it comes to calories and electrolytes. I personally love the flavor of watermelon, and so I want you to look in the description below and go check this stuff out. I will continue with the rider that did not win the race but won the championship. This is after that step over. Watch what he does. He comes to the inside, and he actually checks out early, where the line is accelerating out here, but it's so slippery where that Assen is going to slide on him. He jumps out of the rut early, and he starts making this little new hip line to exit and gets out, gets on traction. It's just one of those things that Jett Lawrence has the ability to just eyeball the track, and as it's deteriorating, be confident enough to try new lines, because he's arguably the fastest guy on the track pretty much all the time. And last, here, we'll have Cooper Webb coming around the start stretch. Watch has that back end starts sliding around on him, and he just keeps it under control, and he's able to perfectly flat track that motorcycle where he's shifting with his hips. So he's got the outside peg weighted, and he's using his hips to move that motorcycle to where that motorcycle is underneath him, and he's not leaning with it. This motorcycle is at a 70-degree angle where he is pretty much at a 90-degree angle, and as that slides out, what is he able to do? Then he's able to move and make sure that that bike stays straight up, and he enters the corner dragging that rear brake. But I'm excited for motocross. I want to know how excited you guys are for motocross. And as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification icon. Till next time, keep WFO. Ba-ra-da-da-da-da-da.